Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Kalachakra Star 59. Now we are at the Tung Chung cable car terminal to board the Ngong Ping 360 cable car to go to Ngong Ping Village and to see the big Buddha seated on a small lush green hill there, and also to visit the Po Lin Monastery there. Ngong Ping Village on Lantau Island in Hong Kong is an artificial small village designed with typical Chinese architectural elements. On one end, it links to the Ngong Ping 360 cable car upper terminal, while the other side is close to the Big Buddha. Ngong Ping is a complex of well-maintained shops, restaurants, and kids' entertainment. With many of the restaurants here serving Asian and Hong Kong specialties, the village is also great for meals or for sampling local delicacies. Occupying 15,000 square meters and full of buildings constructed in classic Chinese style, Ngong Ping Village is situated right beside the upper terminus of the Ngong Ping 360 cable car ride. Ngong Ping 360 cable car, this 5.7 kilometers long ride on a bi-cable ropeway between Tung Chung town center and the charming Ngong Ping village takes 25 minutes, which begins at the Tung Chung cable car terminus, conveniently located beside Tung Chung MTR station. During the course of the serene journey, passengers also soar above Tung Chung Bay before cruising over the lush hills of Lantau. Panoramic views of Hong Kong International Airport, the Tung Chung Valley, Ngong Ping Plateau, the surrounding terrain, waterways, and the South China Sea are the highlights of this magnificently scenic ride. As the cable car approaches Ngong Ping, the visitors can also see the Big Buddha and the Po Lin Monastery from a distance. Ngong Ping 360 is a bi-cable gondola lift on Lantau Island in Hong Kong. Ngong Ping 360 is owned by the MTR Corporation, the operator of Hong Kong's rail system. It was built by Leitner Ropeways. Construction of the cable car project started at the beginning of 2004. The cableway is supported by 8 towers. The system has a capacity of 3,500 people per hour in each direction. Po Lin Monastery is a Buddhist monastery located on Ngong Ping Plateau on Lantau Island, Hong Kong. The monastery was founded in 1906 by 3 monks visiting from Jiangsu province on the Chinese mainland and was initially known simply as the Big Thatched Hut. It was renamed as Po Lin Monastery in 1924. The Great Hall of the main temple houses 3 bronze statues of the Buddha, representing his past, present, and future lives, as well as many Buddhist scriptures. The Great Hall in the main temple was built in the 1920s, and from this point, Po Lin Monastery started to develop as a place of pilgrimage where followers would come to worship Buddha and pay their respects. The ceilings are lavishly decorated with paintings, hangings, and lamps. Po Lin Monastery is today one of the most important Buddhist institutions in Hong Kong. The Po Lin Monastery, despite being a popular attraction to tourists, still maintains its essence and traditions and is well frequented by local devotees. The characters on top of the main temple spell out Po Lin Monastery, meaning precious lotus. The lotus flower is a special symbol in Buddhism, meaning purity. Continuous development over a century also resulted in the monastery today being a harmonious blend of the old and the new. For visitors keen to sample Buddhist vegetarian dishes, Po Lin Monastery is renowned throughout Hong Kong as one of the best locations to enjoy this unique cuisine. Vegetarian meals at Po Lin Monastery require tickets, which can be purchased on the grounds of the monastery. Tian Buddha, or the Big Buddha. This giant Buddha statue was completed in 1993, and it is an extension of the Po Lin Monastery. The Tian Buddha, or the Big Buddha, sits on a small hill of lush vegetation a couple of 100 meters southwest of the monastery. The cast figure is one of the world's biggest outdoor bronze statues of the Buddha in a sitting position. It is considered a symbol of the immutability of Hong Kong, the prosperity of China, and earthly peace. Construction of this Big Buddha statue began in 1981. The last piece was well in place in 1989, and the opening ceremony took place in late 1993. In 2000, the Tian Buddha was placed fourth on the list of 10 engineering wonders of Hong Kong. The statue's skeleton is made of steel. 202 bronze plates form the skin, which is resistant to fading from corrosion. The face of the Buddha was cast in a single piece and weighs a whopping 5,000 kilograms. All the physical features of the statue have significant Buddhist symbolic meaning. The Tian Buddha is 34 meters or 111 feet tall and faces northeast towards Beijing. The statue was so named because its base resembles that of the Temple of Heaven in China. Featured in numerous tourist souvenirs, this huge 34-meter tall bronze statue of Gautama Buddha is without doubt the current most famous cultural representation of Hong Kong. Reaching the Buddha is quite a challenge too. Visitors have to climb 268 steps. Once you reach the top, you will be rewarded with a close-up encounter with one of the largest seated Buddha statues in the world, on top of sweeping views of the surrounding South China Sea. The foundation of Tian Big Buddha further contains 3 floors, one of which houses a venerated relic of the Buddha himself. To see the Buddha relic, visitors must first purchase an offering.